Hello everyone, welcome back to Frag Chat with me, Smelly, and her, Smurfy. So, of course, it's Claire from the Smurfygurly channel. Do check out the link to Claire's Fragrance Review channel in the description below. Some really good reviews of really well-known stuff, including men's and women's fragrances, and some of the up-and-coming niche houses are getting some good reviews on Claire's channel, which we should all be enjoying. Now, on to tonight's stuff then. Frag Chat, of course, here on the show. On my channel, we try and do things a little bit differently from the videos where I'm on my own. I try and behave a little bit more respectably, and we talk about fragrance community gossip sometimes. We did a great video on the Jeremy fragrance controversy recently, and we talk about new up-and-coming indie and niche houses in a vain attempt to gain some credibility in the upper echelons of the fragrance community, the more refined areas of it. So let's get stuck into it tonight. Of course, as usual, we'll kick off with our scent of the night. Claire, what are you wearing?
I am wearing, it's from, I'll be talking about this little discovery set in just a moment, but it's Sylvain Delacourte, and the one that I've chosen to wear tonight is called Van Nory. And I chose to wear this one because it's got a note of frangipani, which I love. These are all based on vanilla, but we'll come back and talk about those in just a mo.
Yes, so a full explanation of what that's all about coming right up. My scent of the night tonight is, it's not a very exciting thing to show you because it's from a decant, and it's Invasion Barbar from MDCI Parfums. This is a really well known and highly rated barbershop type fragrance, you could say, but that means so many things to different people. But it's an Oriental fougere officially, apparently. It's got some grapefruit in there, there's thyme, there's lavender, there's quite a lot of lavender, and there is also quite a lot of vanilla, so it's one of those sweeter, I think a more modern type of barbershop-y fragrance that I think it all started a little bit with La Malle from Jean-Paul Gaultier, which added that oriental vanillic twist to this sort of barbershop.
I prefer La Malle.
Oh, what a controversial comment. But you quite like this too, don't you?
I don't mind it.
Oh, don't mind. Damning with faint praise. Okay, yeah.
It reminds me a little bit, I said earlier, it reminds me of Bois de Portugal. It's a bit too woody and a bit too green for my taste.
Right. Okay. And you're not generally the massive barbershop fragrance fan, so not surprising that it doesn't rock your world. Okay, so that's our scents of the night. Drinks of the night, well, for me, about time I poured another one. I'm about to get photobombed as usual by
She's going to put a tail in. Yeah, there she is.
Thank God we didn't quite get a big shot of her bottom. Just the tail, which was good. So my drink of the night is Tiske Polish lager. We do encourage you to drink responsibly, at least most of the time. And Claire's got a vodka and Diet Coke as usual, right?
Yes.
You don't have to show it right now.
I think we all know what it looks like.
Let's have a look at this.
Look at
this one.
Beautiful specimen of fluff.
She doesn't mind when you do that, no?
No.
So, yeah. Pussy Galore, which is her proper full name, otherwise known as Sweetie, she seems to know when the camera's on. Now, moving on. So, we wanted to focus on a couple of different things, and one of them is the new up-and-coming release from Zoologist. I don't think it's out yet. And that's going to be called T-Rex, after the famous dinosaur. He was pretty much top of the food chain. And there was a really good interview on the Zoologist Perfumes website, which I'll leave a link to their website. And it's with the perfumier, who is Antonio Gardoni. All about the new up-and-coming fragrance from them, which is, I think, the first mythical creature.
Yes.
Am I right?
Or not. I told you mythical, didn't I? But I don't know.
Oh, not mythical, sorry. Extinct.
That's me.
It's not mythical.
I put that in his head because
they did exist, apparently.
Dragons and dinosaurs are all the same, aren't they, anyway? So
not to scientists who deal with these things. Yes, sorry. The T-Rex dinosaur.
First extinct creature. Is that right?
Yes, I think it is the first extinct creature. And there have been apparently numerous requests for things like dragons and unicorns. But this one did exist, not anymore, unless it's out there in some darkest jungle of Colombia, but we don't think so. Anyway, there was an interview with Antonio Gardoni. You know more about him as a perfumer than me.
I'm familiar with a couple of his fragrances from Vogue Profumo. So many years ago, quite a few years ago in Fragcom, generally everyone went crazy for a fragrance called May, which is spelled M-A-A-I. and it's quite an animalic fragrance. So I was quite excited to get hold of it, but I was very early on in my fragrance journey, and it was quite animalic and quite hard for me to cope with.
Right.
So I'm expecting it to be a very out there and somewhat hard to wear, I think.
Well, that wouldn't be entirely surprising for a zoologist perfume. So we're eagerly awaiting this one. He's one of the judges, I think, usually on the Arts and Olfaction Awards, and I was lucky enough to attend this year. And I did see a man with a rather spectacular beard, which was hard to forget. And lo and behold, of course, now I realise, which I didn't at the time, it was him. So you've got a few snippets, tidbits.
I got some tidbits.
And also some information from the interview.
I've screenshotted some information as well. So Victor's interviewed Antonio
Gardoni, yes.
Victor's interviewed Antonio.
Yes.
And he said, Victor said that he wanted the scent to be an olfactive version of a fantastical, colourful illustration that you might find in a junior science textbook. Lots of things going on, like volcanic eruptions, forest fires, giant flora and fauna, T-Rex tearing a poor victim's bloody body apart. So that was how Victor anticipated the fragrance.
We may already have said it, but if we haven't, Victor Wong is of course the creative director and the main man at Zoologist Perfumes, but he doesn't do the perfumes himself. He gets the perfumers in, so just in case we didn't make that
And this
clear.
will be the first one by Antonio Gardoni.
Yes, indeed.
For his line.
Yeah.
So Antonio has said that he's used some materials that he considered enemies and friends. So he likes to team fragrant components that wouldn't normally work together by the sounds of it. He's also said that there's a sort of balsamic floral layer made out of very different materials like ylang ylang.
And he says right above the horizontal surface is some sort of balsamic floral layer made out of very different materials like ylang ylang or champaca. It's lighter, aerial, but not light enough to go up in the sky, just light enough to go up and come down in droplets to create some sounds. So that's cleared that one up. And then he also says certain materials such as smoke bounce back and evaporate while the patchouli gets absorbed. So we were getting a few clues of some notes that are in there.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be earthy, but also kind of light and airy aspects. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but they're not really, it's not like they've given us a note listing, so we're still guessing from that. It was an interesting interview, and it goes into much more depth about a few different subjects, so well worth checking out. We'll put the link to the website in the description below. Quick edits here. Victor Wong has actually released some more information about this one on Facebook since we shot this video, and he told us the notes. So the top notes are going to be bergamot, black pepper, fir, laurel leaf, neroli and nutmeg. Heart notes, champaca, geranium, jasmine, osmanthus, rose and ylang ylang. And in the base we're going to have resins, cade, cedar, civet, frankincense, leather, patchouli, sandalwood and vanilla. So, moving on to our main course for tonight, which is going to be the perfumes of
Sylvain Delacourte.
Now, she is, according to you, and I don't disbelieve you in any way,
Well, she was a creative director at Guerlain.
She was.
I think she still does work for them, but she in a slightly different capacity.
Okay, right.
And now she has her own fragrance line. So the first line that came out, I think it was last year, and it was called the Musks Collection. And now we have the Vanilla Collection.
Right.
Now the Musk Collection I really liked. I didn't quite feel the need to purchase a bottle, but they were really, really nice, like smooth and fluffy and soft and lovely.
And this is part of our new deliberately highlighted feature of highlighting under the radar niche and indie houses. So we're going to be doing that a lot more, and this week the spotlight's on this house.
So
do you want me to? I'll hold. If you
hold
chat a bit more about what, because you know a lot more about this than me.
Okay, so there's 5 fragrances in the line. They all begin with a V.
Yeah, and I'll try and hold that up.
Yeah.
And then so you can see that we have got, now how's your backwards reading? We've got Valkyrie, Vahina, Vanori, Vangelis, and Virgil. The notes are there, and I think I'll let Claire give a very brief description, if you can, of the differences.
So, okay, the most masculine one that we found was the I think it's Valkyrie. Yeah.
I've given them a good go this afternoon.
This has got a real strong sandalwood note in it. So you put that on skin earlier on today.
Yes.
And it's kind
really
of
nice.
like spicy and sandalwood.
They've given a little 2-word under thing, and they said vanille hesperidi, which is my favourite word, which is a fancy way, apparently of saying citrusy.
Yeah.
So vanilla and citrus, but it doesn't particularly strike us as smelling that way
No.
above all else.
This one's got basil. It's got orange bigarade. It's got mint. It's got mint, galbanum, sandalwood, and they've all got Madagascan vanilla. So they've all got a natural vanilla ingredient.
And we think the sandalwood stands out. I'm saying it reminds me a lot of Chanel's Egoist, or at least quite a bit.
I can really see that. I think that's really nice.
I think it has a bit of an old school masculine aura about it.
Not really exactly old
maybe
school.
not
It's got
old
like
school,
a soft, you can smell the vanilla in there, like a
is very
fluffy,
vanillic,
soft.
yeah.
It's like your sandalwood's laying on a fluffy, soft vanilla pillow.
That's a better description, actually. Scrub out what I said. Sandalwood on a fluffy vanilla pillow would be a much better description. So if you like a nice sandalwood note,
that's really nice.
That's really good. I think I really like it a lot, and you like it.
I don't think I would choose that one,
Okay.
and maybe because that is a very strong sandalwood note, and I think that's maybe a bit too much sandalwood for me. I maybe like mine a little bit more understated, but I think that's a good option if you're a bit worried about some of these being a bit more masculine, a bit more feminine.
Yeah.
That Valkyrie is not really that feminine leaning.
No.
Now, Van Nori is my scent of the night. This is one that's got frangipani, but it's also got honey, petit grain,
Styrax.
pamplemousse, which is, I think it's grapefruit.
Yep.
Grapefruit, and doesn't even mention it's got Kashmiran wood. Doesn't mention the frangipani, but it's on Fragrantica. And you can tell it does have something like that because it smells a bit like sunscreen. It smells like the most expensive, beautiful sunscreen that you could possibly put on your skin.
We both really liked this one.
I adore it, and I feel like there's a touch of pepper. There's no pepper noted at all. There's this tiniest hint of like a white pepper, like a powdery pepper. I love it. So that's, I think, at the moment, my standout favourite.
So if we're kind of trying to sum it up in a really simple way, a bit of a sunshiny, suntan lotion feel, maybe?
Suntan lotion feel, but no coconut.
No.
Just the floral and the lotion, the actual, imagine like a rich lotion. It's almost got that feel.
I think that's a really nice spreadsheet. Guys can pull that off really, really well.
There's nothing challenging about any of these. They are a world away from the likes of your Zoologist.
No.
These are easy to wear. You will just smell really, really good.
Yeah. And I think with obviously if you do a line based on vanilla, who doesn't like vanilla? It's like apple pie and motherhood. There's nothing to dislike about it, which doesn't mean that they're sort of not interesting, but it's kind of, you're onto a good thing if you do a line of vanilla fragrances, because most people like that smell. But we're finding there's some really nice ones.
I think this is vanilla. This isn't your cheap gourmand houses like the Comptoir Sud de Pacifique. This is so refined, and it's like they kind of all come with the cozy, fluffy musks from the original musk collection. They've got that you can tell they
do smell very good to me. Yeah,
really connected to the original line of the musks.
Yeah, I do think they're really good. I was wondering if I'm maybe just biased to think they're really good because you said she was the creative director at Gallant, but there is always that subconscious thing. Maybe you think, oh, they must be good, but I think they really are really rather nice.
This is your second favourite one.
Virgile,
and this is called Vanille Aromatique.
Oh yeah, this is really interesting.
So this has got rosemary, it's got pine, geranium, a couple of different cedars from different places, and your vanilla.
Oh, that's good stuff.
It's much more aromatic and much again closer to a men's fragrance than
a bit, but it's really got that vanilla thing still there.
That musky, fluffy. If you like Guerlain Shalimar Soufflé de Parfum, then I think it's a no-brainer. You're going to love these. These are even smoother and fluffier and softer than the Shalimar Soufflé de Parfum.
But they have some really interesting character to them as well. They're not just fluffy, soft vanilla fragrances. So, yeah, that was really interesting. There are two more.
So we do Vahina.
Yeah.
Vahina is, this is more of a floral, Vanille Floral. So this has got mandarin, orange flower, osmanthus, tonka, and
the usual
vanilla. So I've got that here. That's it on skin.
Like it, but it's not as interesting to me as the others.
When I first sprayed it was really interesting. So I'm going to do another spray now. What are we talking about again? What's it called?
Vahina.
Vahina. Might be that one.
While you show, I'll just show that you. By the way, we got this for, what was it, £4?
It's $4. It was actually $4.
$4.
So that's only just over £3.
Right, and you get this in five
fragrances,
samples of unknown size, but they look about
1.5 ml.
Oh, they're just small samples, but it's still really good value to try all of those out.
That includes the postage.
Yeah.
And she's posting worldwide, I think. So.
Yeah. And we're not sponsored or affiliated. We actually bought those with our own pocket money.
Very hard-earned £3.
So we haven't been given those for free or anything.
So that's Vahina resprayed. So it's the opening I think is much more interesting.
Oh yeah, the opening reminds me of, it may not be the right comparison, John Varvatos Artisan Pure.
Okay.
It's got a nice, it almost smells like neroli or petitgrain.
Yeah, so it's got the various white florals.
Oh, is it the orange blossom or one of those?
Yeah, orange blossom, and there's petitgrain as well.
Oh, is there petitgrain?
Yeah, so you got a slight.
You mean I actually got a note right?
Got one, but you might have just overheard.
Well, if you throw enough shit at something, eventually some of it sticks. Yeah. It's good that I got a note right in blind smelling. Well, high five, viewers. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so the opening on that one I really love, but then it dries down. It's maybe not that exciting. So far, my favourite is Vanori.
Is there one left that we didn't do?
I don't know. Did we do Valkyrie? Yeah, that's your sandalwood one.
Vangelis.
Vangelis, is that not the aromatic one?
Oh.
No.
We didn't do Vangelis.
Vangelis is the spicy one. So clementine, black pepper.
You see, yep. I remember that. You liked that.
Ginevra Europe de l'Est. I don't know what that means. Some kind of nuts de muscade.
Okay.
Absolute myrrh. Vangelis. So basically this is a spicy one. Quite nice.
Spicy, peppery mixture with vanilla.
I'd like to smell more pepper.
Shall we see if there's more in the opening?
Yeah. Vangelis, where art thou?
I remember that he was a very good singer, wasn't he, Luther Vangelis?
You mean Vandross?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Get out of my dreams.
No, that was Billy Ocean.
Oh.
Moving swiftly on. I think.
What's that one? Caribbean Queen. Now we're sharing the same dream.
I think that was Billy Ocean as well. Yeah.
No more love on the run.
How did we get to that from Vangelis? Oh yes, it's got a kind of almost a vetiver.
Yeah.
Well, it's that spicy, peppery thing, and I almost got a hint of
terre d'Hermes.
Am I completely wrong?
I see what you're saying there. Kind of like an earthy, woodsy vetiver, peppery.
It's quite interesting, isn't it, that one?
That's good.
So really interesting line of fragrances, and if you are interested in, or if you like to sample stuff, we didn't get sent it for free or anything, but we think that's a really interesting line of fragrances with a great.
And you can't go wrong at that price.
Yeah, just a negligible nominal fee. They must be making a loss on that, and it's a fun evening in for a frag head, isn't it, to sniff them.
And you probably get a couple of wearings out of each of those.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's lots of fun, and they're very well packaged with a lovely little presentation. So worth checking out, and we might even look into buying a bottle of whichever one we prefer.
I'm definitely tempted, and there's a special offer on the moment. They email you with 20% off your first order. So the prices aren't. The prices aren't that bad for niche. They're £125 for a 100ml bottle. So if you get your 20% off, you're paying about £100 per mil. I think that's in the grand scheme of things. If It's real quality.
Pretty good for.
I would be tempted definitely with Van Nori, I think.
Well worth a look.
So
okay.
Just wanted to tell you that it's my birthday in September.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
Bear that in mind.
Yep. All right. I'll stick it on the list of things that you want. Right, so that's that. We're kind of going to wrap it up around there, I think, aren't we?
Yeah.
But
no, we've got
trolling issues.
Some trolling issues.
Troll of the week, and well, good news for one troll. But you there was one.
Shall I do? Okay, we've got.
This was actually a positive comment, but he sort of trolled himself a bit.
Yeah.
Which we kind of like that.
Yeah. So we have mentioned him before, and we felt that he definitely needed another mention. This is AH, and his comment was.
He's just called AH.
Just called AH.
What?
Capitals.
And that's.
He's got a picture of. Is it a zombie? Would you say that's like a?
A strange. I think best left as a zombie.
Yeah. Okay. You two are the best. You must have read my messages because Jeremy is back. Love y'all. Do you think you can also find Imitsu of Simply Put Sense and my dad? My mum said he went to get a pack of cigarettes after taking her into the delivery room.
Oh,
so,
thank you for that
AH,
comment,
we're going to do our best to reunite you with Imitsu.
Yep. Who's got a really good channel, and I don't know if he's uploaded so much lately, so I guess that's why he said that. But hopefully he'll be giving us some more videos soon. Really great fragrance community YouTuber who I did do a collab on my channel on Royal Oud with once, and I'm sure he'll be back.
Simply Put Sense.
Yes, if you're watching, we love you, and we hope there'll be some more videos soon. And we've decided to free Buster Nuts. Bust a nut in your mum. It's almost the biggest thing since Nelson Mandela came out of prison. God, I probably shouldn't say that. You know.
Or Deirdre from Coronation Street.
It's right up there.
It's right up there.
British viewers will understand the second reference, and hopefully the rest of the world, the other one. But no, on a slightly lesser level, we have Bust a Nut in Your Mum, and I went to my hidden or blocked users thing. He's changed his name to Busting Nuts in Your Mum Daily. He's upgraded to a different level of trolling, hopefully, and we thought, therefore, we're going to unban him if he watches still. Perhaps he doesn't watch channels that he's banned from anymore. If you're watching, comments welcome. Let's see if you can
See if you can make Troll of the Month.
See if you can make Troll of the Month or Troll of the Week without saying something so bad that I have to ban you because it's, you know, heinously bad.
Yeah.
Can you manage that? Let's see if you can do that.
There are levels to what we'll accept
and hate speech or whatever. There are things I can't let my channel be a platform for comments like that. But perhaps let's see what he comes up with.
See what you can come up with.
Yes.
I've got.
Last but not least,
I'll show you my pussy. You could potentially use that for a comment.
Yeah. He'll probably. Whatever he comes up with will not be anything we could have imagined or guessed. Little Sweetie is looking good, and she's had a little bit of a trim not so long ago, and Claire's been trying to get some of her ridiculous amount of molting that she produces every day out of her. But it never seems to go bald, unlike me. Yeah, I wish it was the same with me, that much fell out, but I still remain incredibly hairy.
We can maybe transplant some of hers onto yours.
Can we get some of her skin onto my head?
Yeah.
Then I could have this kind of turtle shell white mixture, but at least I'd have hair.
Yeah.
But maybe if there's any surgeons watching that can do that, that'd be great. Thanks ever so much for watching the video, and of course more fragrance related chat coming soon. We'll see you in the next video. Keep on smelling great, and let us know what you thought about any of these topics in the comments below. See you next time.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.